The whispers began the moment the elegant restaurant door opened. A beautiful CEO, Claire Morrison, 32 years old, in a refined business dress, rolled quietly to her reserved table in a custom wheelchair. Some glances held cruel amusement, others pity. She lifted her head, her calm eyes locked onto Daniel Martinez, 38, a single dad in a worn but perfectly clean shirt, sitting alone in the corner. He stood. He pulled out a chair, making space for her, saying nothing extra. Daniel, 6 feet tall, weathered good looks, calloused hands, carried the weight of his 9-year-old daughter, Nana. All by himself, his dignity came from somewhere deep inside. A quiet strength built over years of cleaning offices, maintaining equipment, never complaining. Every evening, Nana folded paper airplanes, slipped them into his rough hands. Take this home to me, Dad. Okay, it's my promise that you'll come back. Their small apartment, with its rescued table, old radio, climbing beans on the fire escape, overflowed with a love money could never buy. Daniel had sworn off dating after losing his wife Maria to cancer 3 years earlier. His co-worker Janet, seeing how tired his eyes had become, secretly signed him up for a blind dating app. Just one dinner. She'd pleaded, Maria wouldn't have wanted you to be alone. Claire, long brown hair, intelligent eyes, commanded boardrooms. But for 4 years, since the accident that damaged her spinal cord, she had navigated the world from a wheelchair. The media called her the Ice Queen for her ruthless efficiency. They never understood. The coldness was only armor against endless pity. Her executive assistant Rachel had pushed her to try dating. You need someone to see you as Claire the woman, not Claire the CEO in a wheelchair. The 5-star restaurant sparkled. When the hostess called the reservation, Daniel rose. Just as Claire rolled in, they froze. They recognized each other. Their blind date. That night, Nana wrote in her journal, I folded a red paper airplane for Dad. I want someone nice to fly with him, someone who understands that paper airplanes are promises to come home safe. The morning after, chaos erupted. Internal company social media buzzed with photos. Claire laughing, genuinely. Daniel's paper airplane resting on their table. Headlines screamed, Ice Queen melts for maintenance man. CEO's charity. Date gone wrong. The board called an emergency meeting. Grant Williams, the VP angling for her position, slid a tablet across the mahogany table. Claire, your judgment. Is this a publicity stunt or a lapse in professional decision-making? The PR department suggested damage control, framing it as charity. Claire sat in silence, watching Daniel in the hallway, cleaning marble floors with the same careful attention he had shown her at dinner. The dignity in his posture struck her. Inside, wealthy executives dissected her personal life. Outside, a man who earned less in a month than they spent on lunch lived with quiet purpose. That evening, Claire drove to Daniel's neighborhood. She told herself she was returning his jacket. Truthfully, she needed to know if their connection was real. The apartment building was old, but cared for. No accessible entrance to the upper floors. She called from the lobby. Daniel met her. Nina bounded down the stairs. Are you the lady who had dinner with my dad? Nana's eyes were wide, fascinated, never pitying. This is so cool. Can you do wheelies? Claire laughed. Genuinely, Nina's unfiltered curiosity felt like fresh air. They took the ancient elevator to the apartment, a space smaller than Claire's closet, yet infinitely warmer. Nina's artwork covered the fridge. Daniel prepared simple snacks in mismatched mugs, while soft jazz played. "Do you have a runway yet?" Nina asked, folding an elaborate paper airplane. Claire didn't understand. Daniel explained quietly, "Nina thinks everyone needs a safe place to land when they're tired of flying alone." Those words hit Claire harder than expected. Her world offered no safe landing, only transactions, vulnerability weaponized. Yet here, in this tiny apartment, watching Nina and Daniel, Claire felt peace. Real peace. For the first time in years, Nina wrote that evening, "Miss Claire came to visit today." Dad smiled his real happy smile. "I think he likes having someone to take care of, besides just me." The corporate announcement on Monday was clear. Powerful. Claire's company would establish a $1.5 million access and inclusion initiative to retrofit all facilities. The media narrative flipped. Janitor's accessibility proposal wins corporate backing. Business magazines scrambled to cover what they now called innovative leadership. Claire began eating in the basement cafeteria, with the maintenance staff really listening to their struggles. Daniel, refusing personal funds, became a technical consultant, his heavy machinery background perfectly suited to the project. The changes went far beyond ramps and doors. Flex time for single parents, expanded mental health coverage, advancement pathways without college degrees. Grant Williams watched with growing alarm, spreading rumors that Claire's judgment was compromised by her emotional attachment to the maintenance worker. Their confrontation exploded at a quarterly review. "Claire, you're making decisions with your heart instead of your head," Grant declared. Claire's response was measured, firm. "Grant, this company needs leadership that remembers we're in business to serve people, not just maximize quarterly profit margins. If treating employees with dignity is emotional decision-making, then I'm proud to lead with emotion, as well as logic." The room erupted. Grant called for a vote of no confidence, but employee satisfaction scores had never been higher. Customer loyalty was soaring. Stock prices were rising. Grant had underestimated Daniel's quiet initiative and Claire's grassroots leadership. Nina and Claire developed the most unlikely friendship. Nina taught Claire complex paper airplane designs. Claire helped Nina with math and science projects, blending creativity with strategic thinking. Nina's teacher noticed her newfound confidence. Daniel watched, a quiet satisfaction and a growing love blooming inside him. Claire discovered the profound joy of nurturing a child. The turning point came with a 30-second security camera video, gone viral, showing Claire and Daniel testing an accessibility ramp. Professional, yet warm. #AccessForAll. News outlets hailed it as innovative leadership. Grant's final attempt to leak details of their relationship backfired completely, turning into an inspiring love story. The board formally censured Grant. 50 employees attended the meeting, standing silently, a testament to their loyalty. 6 months later, 35 physical improvements were complete. Daniel became Director of Facilities and Employee Experience, regular hours, a salary that let Nina attend a better school district. Claire was simply Claire, remembering names, asking about children, genuinely caring. The executive dining room stayed empty. She ate in the main cafeteria. Their relationship deepened through the smallest shared moments. Quiet evenings reading, simple meals, long conversations. Claire began spending weekends at Daniel's apartment, at first on the pull-out couch, eventually sharing his bedroom. She learned to cook. She helped Nana. She found peace in domestic rhythms. Daniel made subtle modifications to Claire's penthouse, but she preferred his cozy apartment. Nana became the architect of their family, setting 3 places at dinner, assigning chores, assuming Claire's participation. Her easy acceptance helped both adults relax into love. The initiative expanded, transforming hiring practices, corporate culture. Claire worked with disability rights organizations, creating mentorships, partnering with community groups. She learned something powerful. Empathy creates measurably better business results, improved retention, increased productivity, attracting the very best talent. One spring morning, Claire placed a key on Daniel's scratched wooden table. "If you both still need me here," she said quietly, "I'd like to stay. Permanently." Daniel looked at the key, then at the soft padding he'd wrapped around her wheelchair handles. He understood. He nodded, with the quiet certainty that had first drawn her to him. "Welcome home." Nina ran around the kitchen, sticking a paper flag into the climbing beams. "This is our runways. Now everyone can land safely." The red paper airplane from their first date still sat on the windowsill, a reminder of how everything had changed. 2 years later, Claire's company had become a global model. Daniel's role expanded, overseeing programs that made the workplace better for everyone. Nana flourished, excelling academically, aspiring to design accessibility equipment. The board Omerut transformed, now valued ethical leadership. But the real measure of success lived in the small daily moments. Nina's laughter, Daniel's quiet satisfaction, Claire's comfort in being seen. As a complete person, one autumn evening, around their dinner table, Claire realized she had found a family that had chosen her, not despite her wheelchair, not because of her wealth, but for who she truly was. Nina's paper airplane ritual now included 3 planes, a daily promise of homecoming. The accessibility improvements had spread, influencing city planning. Architecture. Claire kept the first paper airplane in her desk, a tangible reminder that journeys begin when someone offers a safe place to land. Nina's climbing beams grew strong, supported by 3 posts. Plants grow stronger when they have more than one place to lean on, just like families. Years later, Claire would point to a frame photo on her desk. 3 people around a simple wooden table, paper airplanes scattered like promises. True power, she had learned, comes from creating conditions where everyone can thrive. Family isn't where you're born. It's the daily choice to stay, to support, to build something beautiful. Love isn't dramatic. It's the quiet runway that helps people land safely when they're finally ready to stop flying alone.